That means that they can decide all day, all the time, instantly what they want to hear, what they want to see, who they're gonna follow. You as a leader are getting more and more in the role of a coach. Welcome to another episode of Workplace Best Practices. The last episode I was talking about how to lead Generation Y. A Generation Y, those are born between the 1980s and the late 90s. Today I want to talk about how to lead Generation Z. Generation Z, born between the late 90s and 2010. And although there are some similarities between Generation Y and Generation Z, there are also some big differences. So let's get started. Now first you have to understand how they were actually growing up. And I go back a little bit from how I was growing up. If I wanted to watch a movie while I was a teenager, I had to go to the living room, sit next to my parents, and they're gonna decide on that evening what kind of movie I can watch. And I also need to accept that each half an hour there are commercials. This is how I was growing up. If I wanted to listen to music, I had to go in my room, could listen to the radio station, and then I was waiting for half an hour, 1 hour, till my favorite song came, and then very fast I can click on the record button of my tape, and then I had my song which I wanted to hear. Again, I had to wait, and this was a part of how I was growing up. I also could not decide on friends or no friends. You meet each other in school, those are your friends, and that's it. Now if you have a look at the Generation Z, they are growing up completely different. They are growing up in the internet environment. That means that they can decide all day, all the time, instantly what they want to hear, what they want to see, who they're gonna follow, and so on. You have to understand that an MP3 player, it was invented in 1999 and the iPod in 2001. That means that this generation is used to just only listen at their songs that they want to have. If they're bored of this song, they just click on the next button and they have their other favorite song. Watching movies, it's the same. First they started to rent them, and then they become a little bit older. It's the DVDs, it's a Blu-ray, and then it's of course Netflix. So also there they're used that they can see whatever they want. And it's even further with their dating. They even had an app where they can swipe left or the right to decide, yes, I want to date this person or not. Now, this growing up, this is the same what they want to have in a corporate environment as well. That means that they don't have time anymore. That means that you as a leader, you cannot have meetings which are nonsense. You cannot have very long meetings. It has to be very sharp, to the point, and there has to be a value for them. They also know exactly what kind of job that they want, and they want to have it very fast and very now. So that means that for you, it's about giving them actually what they want. That means that you as a leader are getting more and more in the role of a coach. You need to develop them by asking questions so that they can self-reflect themselves and that they actually can grow from there. Now, this instant behavior is also the same with the payment. You cannot have like incentives which will come like in 1 year, or if you do your best in 3 years, you're gonna promote. No, this is not gonna work anymore. You need to do also this on a very fast level, that they see very fast results. And talking about finance is actually for Generation Z is much more important than Generation Y. The priority is higher. Why is that? Because the Generation Z, they were growing up also in the financial crisis between 2008 and 2016. So they are more insecure compared with the Generation Y. And this insecurity is also added with the stress and with the anxiety that they have. If you have a look, there is even a study that says that from the Generation Z, more than 30% already consulted a mental health professional. They are much more aware of their anxiety and much more of the stress level, and they got much stress because of all the social media, but also the expectations the expectations in Instagram to always look your best you are. There's a lot of stress that they have. And that means in the working floor, they also actually need to have pollutions there so that they can reduce their stress. So a mental stability is for them very, very important. And those are actually the most important things, which is Generation Z. So to summarize, it's about in your leadership, no micromanagement, keep it very short. They need to trust you. They need to really, you need to be honest. Because why? They are very suspicious about everything which is leadership. About politician leaders, about leaders in companies, and so on. So they are very skeptical. That means that you should not show that you are a leader, or it's not about having the expectation that they are accountable. They will not agree on that. Accountability is for them on two ways. It's not only the employee, it's also the manager who needs to be accountable. So this is something which is very important for you. So that's why go in the direction in coaching and help them to grow and give them the stability that they are not jumping away. Because this is what they are used to in their life, to decide at each moment of their life. So they have actually this kind of a way that if something is not working well, then they're gonna start, instead of working on themselves, they're gonna actually start searching for another job and move to the next one. So try in the coaching, try to actually self-reflect them a lot so that they are not jumping around from one station to the other station and that they stay in your organization. So that's it from my side for today. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye.